Hey everybody! Well, today we're going to take a look at one of these Miniverse items. Now, I have seen these all over the place, and usually what it is they're super mini versions of maybe household appliances or food items, but this one really caught my eye. I saw it at Target today. So this is MGA's Miniverse, and what it is it's Make It Mini Dinosaurs. So it looks like it's some kind of an egg or embryo or something in here, so it's really neat, and they have a whole bunch of different versions of these, but they're blind boxes, so you don't know which one you're getting. So let's see, how do you open this thing? It's like there was an arrow. I think there's an arrow right here. Okay, so you just tear this. And then, okay, so it's got this. Ooh. Oh, look at that. It's got some stuff inside there. All right, and then I'm guessing you open this outer shell. Let's see. Oh, there's another arrow right here that shows you where to tear it. Let me see if I can get a hold of it. Okay. Looks like it's not going to quite open as easily as I was hoping. All right, let's get inside here. So I'm not really familiar with this, but when I saw it, you have to mix ingredients into this, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's like you're hatching your own dinosaur or embryo or something like that. Okay, dang. Trying to get into that thing was crazy. All right, so let's see. Now, how do I get into this? They certainly do seal it. Oh, okay. Ooh, look at that. This has a lid that pops open on the front right here. Ooh, that's cool. So that's the egg. Now there's this QR code. Oh, it looks like it's in a nest. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. It's got like a nest in there. And this QR code, I think if you scan the code, it will tell you which dinosaur this is, but I don't want to spoil it. Oh, look at how cool that looks. So this is like a cryogenic chamber or something like that. We've got this interesting looking thing here. Not sure what that is. There's some more stuff in here. There's also a tube, some instructions, which I will definitely have to read because I don't want to mess anything up on here. All right, so let me read the instructions and figure out what to do next. On the instructions here, it shows all the different ones that you can have. So there's the T-Rex, and then we got this one, Triceratops. I'd like to get all of these. I'm not sure how you pronounce some of these. Brachiosaurus and the Ankylosaurus. I mean, both of those look really neat. Ooh, that one looks neat. Spinosaurus. Mosasaurus. That one looks really cool. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to try to pronounce these, but here you can see what they look like. And I think some of these are not real dinosaurs, they're like hybrids, which might be what these are. I'd like to get the ones that have this container in it. Look how neat those are. So there's 12 of them, and I'd love to get all 12, but unfortunately, these are blind bags. So according to these instructions, what you do is you're going to unscrew the bottom of the egg with this key. And then from there, you add two little spoons of this DNA powder into the egg. And then from there, that little container has DNA liquid that you're going to put in there. And I guess you fill it almost to the top, but not quite to the top. Then you replace the lid with that key, and then you shake it, and then you crack the egg open, and then it'll show you what dinosaur you got. All right, so let's give this thing a try. Let's go ahead and open this little pack right here. And inside it should have all that stuff that I showed you earlier. Okay, so here's the little eyedropper thing. And then here is the DNA powder. Ooh, look at that. Species 8150. Ooh, look at that. I love how it looks all scientific. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. All right, what else do we got in here? That's the key. And I think that's everything. All right. So, oh no, there's something else in here. Oh, the spoon. You got to have the little spoon to measure everything. Oh, that's pretty neat. Tiny little thing. All right, I think that's everything. Next, we're going to work on the egg. Now, according to the instructions, only the regular dinosaurs come with the nest material. The hybrids don't. So let's take the egg out of here. Actually, before I do that, you got to put this on here. Now, I took the lid off just because it's a little easier to manage this. You got to kind of snap this in so that it's got a good solid base for the egg to sit on. It's like little edges right there, if I can get it in. Okay, there we go. All right, and then we'll take the egg out. Ooh, look at that. It's got a little bit of a crack on the top. All right, and then there's the bottom. You can see where the key is going to go. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. We're going to use this key to unscrew this top here. Let me see. So it's got liquid in it, apparently. So you don't want to turn it upside down once you've taken this lid out. Oh, it kind of stays on there. All right, so now this is where we add the powder, the DNA powder. So let's take this out of here. Yes, it just unscrews. Oh, actually, it looks like it's got a plastic seal. Okay, let me get that plastic seal off. Okay, so it's like a piece of tape that's on here. Okay, there we go. All right, now we can unscrew this. I'm kind of surprised they give you so much of this when you only need 2 spoonfuls. All right, let me do it over here in case I spill some. I don't want to get too much in there. Ooh, look at that. It's like a green material. So we're going to use the tiny little spoon here. It says to use 2 leveled spoonfuls. You see, ooh. All right, so there's 1. Okay. 2. It's kind of a weird material. It's almost like a sand or something. I hope that's enough. Let me see. Oops, I kind of spilled some on the side here. I hope put just a little bit more because it said 2 to 3 on the other instructions. Just want to make sure there's enough in here. Okay. All right, that should be enough. Okay, now let's put the lid back on this thing. Okay, next we're going to put in the liquid. So we're going to try to fill this. Let me see. I got to try to get in a better position to do this. All right, so let me open this up. I think this just unscrews. All right. Ooh, some green liquid in there. I don't know if you can see it. And then where is the eyedropper? Here it is. All right, so we're going to take about, well, it says to fill it up almost to the top. Oh, it's got some yellow. It's like a yellowish kind of color. Let me see if I can try to put some in here. Okay. See, I'm not sure how much more I got to put in there. It's probably going to take at least 1 more, possibly 2. This is cool. I really like this. Now, it says not to overfill it, so you don't want to put too much in there. I'm assuming they need a little bit of room in there for shaking. Can't quite tell how much is in there. Let me see here. Let me get a little bit more. I don't think you're going to use all of it. Oh yeah, okay, no, that's good. All right, let me get the rest of this out of here. And then we'll go ahead and put the lid back on. What did I do with it? Here it is. Okay. Oh, I guess it screws on. You don't want to be spilling stuff. I don't know if it stains or not. Okay, then we got to put the lid back on. So thankfully it's still stuck to the key. So let's go and put this back on. All right, and then we'll tighten it. All right. Guess you have to make it pretty tight, I'm guessing. All right, now let's shake it up. Not sure how long you shake this. This is really neat. All right, so let me read the instructions to see how long I'm supposed to shake this up. All right, so I've been shaking it for about a minute. I think that's probably enough. Once again, that QR code will tell you which dinosaur you got, but I don't want to spoil it. Let's see, I wonder if I can just squeeze this. Oh, you can. Ooh, look at that. Interesting material that is. Ooh, there it is. Oh, I can't quite tell what it is because it's so... Ooh, look at that. You can kind of see it in there if I can stay focused on it. Look at that. You can see a little bit of a claw right there. All right, let me see if I can let this settle for a little bit. So you're going to want to keep a napkin handy because this stuff is kind of oily. It's like an oil in there. Now let's see if we can kind of see it a little bit better. I'm getting a light reflection on here. Here you can really see it. Look at that. Let's see if I can turn the light away a little bit. Ooh, look at that. It looks really good. So you got a little bit of glitter in there. So it's kind of like an oil. So this one, according to what I can see, oops, I didn't mean to bump that, is, I think it's this one. What is it called? The Therizino. Oh my God, I can't pronounce that, but there it is. I think that's the one I got. So yeah, this is cool. Okay, so now we can add this tube onto this thing to make it look like it's, a scientific thing. So it goes on the tip of this. My hand's got a little bit of that oil on it, so it's hard for me to grip it. And then you put it on the other part of this. Yeah, once you get that oil in your hand, you're going to have to wash them. Oh, that looks neat. Look at that. All right, then you can open this back up. And then that thing wants to come out a lot. And then you can put the nest in here. And you can put the egg in here. If you don't want to put the nest in there, you don't have to. I guess you can kind of see it best from this side. So you can display it like that. Or you can display it with the lid closed so it looks like it's being incubated inside. This is cool. Oh my God, I love this. That is really neat. I love the way it looks. I love everything that this comes with. And I love that you get to make it. Oh, that is neat. So yeah, if you don't want the nest, just take it out and then put the egg in there by itself. You can just do that. I'm not sure which I like better. I kind of like the nest, but I also kind of like this because you can see it better. But it does seem like it stays up better with the nest. Now, I don't know how long that liquid's going to last in there. I mean, eventually that probably will evaporate maybe. I'm not sure. If it's an oil, it may not evaporate. Just make sure you put this lid on super tight so that it doesn't leak on you. This is so cool. I kind of want to go get more of these now. Oh God, this is awesome. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to go to Target and go pick up a few more of these. I want to do this again. It was really neat. Oh, I love it. Okay, so it's had a chance to settle down now, so you can really see it really good now. There we go. Yeah, so once that stuff settles, you can see the dinosaur inside much, much more clear. Okay, so I went and got 4 more of these because I really want to try to get the one that's called the Mosasaurus. I think that one looks really cool. I think most people want the T-Rex because it comes with the Barbasol can. And then I'd also like to try to get one of these. I don't care which one, just as long as I get one that's got that kind of container on it. So let me open each one of these and figure out which ones these are. Okay, so I've opened these 4, so it looks like 2 of them have the egg in it, like the one I just did. Hopefully these are not repeats. Hopefully I don't have the same one that I just built. Then we got these. These are interesting. It comes with this packet here. There's that grill piece. Ooh, look at this. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. It's like a briefcase. Let's see, Biosyn Genetics. Let me see what's in here. I got to check it out. See how the heck do you open this thing? There we go. You just got to get your nail in there. There we go. Oh, okay. Ooh, look at that. There's a little, looks like there's a, looks like it's supposed to sit right in here. So you can see it says species 2250. So this one's got a liquid in it that you're going to add. Okay, it just snaps in place. That's neat. Then we have another package in here. All right, so we'll have to check all of these out. Looking at the one that's got the suitcase, this might be one of the ones that's got that containment unit. Let's take a look, because I can feel the shape of it. Let's take a look. I hope it is. Sorry, it's hard to stay focused here. Ooh, yes it is. Ah, it's cool. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, is that the one that I've been... No, these are going to be hybrids. Ooh, look at that. That is neat. Okay, so you're going to have to add the fluid to this, and that's probably going to do something to the way it looks. Looks like you're going to take it, off right here, the lid. Ooh, that is cool. Ooh, you can kind of see them right there. And let me see what's in this package. It's probably the spoon or something like that. Or maybe it's a dropper. I'm not really sure. These are so cool. All right, let me see if I can find out what's in this one. Okay, yeah, so we get the dropper. There's the spoon. And then this is, look at that, species 7002. Okay, so that's different from the other one that had the species and it had a liquid. Okay, so this is like some powder in there. So it looks like some of them have a liquid and some of them have a powder that you're gonna put in. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. I wasn't gonna do this on camera, but what the heck, let's go ahead and try this out. So we're gonna unscrew this. Okay, and you don't want to spill it since it's already got the liquid in there. Okay. All right. And then we're going to take some of this stuff. I already took the tape off of this. And there we go. Ooh, it's kind of like a silvery powder in there. And then we're going to take 3 of the little scoops of this with this spoon. It says to do 3 of them. Okay, there's one. I think this is basically just glitter with maybe something in there to kind of hold it together. Ooh. I love it. It's like a little test tube. Okay, there we go. All right. Put the lid back on this so we don't get it all over the place. Okay, now we're going to take out this stuff. This secret elixir. Let me see here. Okay, here we go. I love it. The way this is inside of there. The briefcase. And let's see. Let's go and unscrew this. And it says to fill it, but don't overfill it. So let's get a little bit of this in here. Okay, we'll put some in. I'm assuming this is probably just color, maybe. Probably what this is. I will say you're probably going to make a little bit of a mess. That's probably full enough. Can't really tell. Yeah, that looks like it might be enough. I don't want too much air in it. Oh well, I can always clean it up. Yeah, just a couple more drops. Okay, that should be enough of that. Put this lid back on. Then we'll put this lid back on. This is so cool. And you're going to want to tighten this down pretty good. You don't want all that leaking out. Okay. And then, ooh, look at that. And then we shake it. There's kind of a lot of air in there, isn't there? You know what? I'm going to add a little bit more of that. Let me add some more liquid to that. All right, well, I put it all in there, but it doesn't fill it all up. So we'll just have to shake this up. I'm not sure how long you shake these. Maybe about a minute, maybe? And I don't know if this gels up inside of there like the other one did. All right, well, let me shake this up for a little bit, and then we'll see what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, so there it is, all settled down. I love this one. This is really neat. Look at that. It looks really cool in there. And I like how this containment unit just kind of fits in the center of that. I'll have to push it all the way on. So near as I can tell, this one is the Indominus Rex right there. Ah, I love it. I'm so glad I got one of the ones with this container on it. All right, let's take a look at this. If this is the same one, I will be so upset. Oh, please be a different one. Is it? Yes. Okay, that one is a different one. Awesome. Good. At least I got a different one from that. Okay, good. We can mix that one up. And here's what it looks like after all the bubbles have settled in there. It looks really good. I love this. Now, I don't know if even if you get the same dinosaur, the liquid is going to be the same color. Maybe they'll have, instead of green, maybe it'll be blue or something in here. It looks like there's some air bubbles on them there. So that might be a variation. I'm not sure. I really like that one. That one's pretty cool too. Okay, so that just leaves the two egg ones left. So let me go ahead and mix all these up. And then I'll get to the point where we crack the egg open so we can see the reveal. And hopefully these are two different ones. Okay, so unfortunately the eggs broke before I could try to hide it for a reveal. But these are the two that came out of those. So this one is the same one as that first one that I did. So unfortunately I got a double there. But this one's new. This one's really cool. And I like how they're different shapes. Some of them are egg shaped, some of them are round. That one that I really want, the Mosasaurus, that comes in a round one like this. That's why I was really thinking, oh, I finally got it. And then it turns out it was this one. So, but it's still cool. I like it. I like this one too. At least it's a new one. Okay, so I couldn't resist. I went and bought a bunch more of these because I am determined to get that Mosasaurus. That's the one I want. I just think it looks cool. And hopefully I'll get some different ones too. So I'm just going to go ahead and build all of those, and then I'll show them to you once they're all built. Okay, so we're going to start with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the old T-Rex here. So this is what he looks like. So I thought he was going to be in one of the larger eggs, but it turned out he wasn't. It's going to be the Triceratops, which I'll show you next. Now, I had to go through each one of these and clean them all up. All those things that you put in there, you know how it turns into like a gel and stuff? Well, there was so much in there, you couldn't even see the dinosaur. So I ended up taking all of that stuff out of there. I used the eyedroppers to kind of suck that stuff out of there and then put more water in there instead because they were so covered. I mean, you couldn't see anything in here. So I kind of wish they would have found a better way to put some filling in here. There he is. He's really neat. Now, this is the one that everybody's after because everybody wants to get this, the Barbasol can. So there it is. Now, this is the fluid that's on the inside. So it has the DNA stuff, so you can pull the bottom off like that. And then look at that. You got the neat little chamber in there. And then you just open that, and then you use the eyedropper to get the stuff out of there. But this one's one of the coolest ones. It's unique. It's the only one that comes with this. All the other ones come with the other containers, like the suitcase or the that little kind of tank looking thing. But this is really neat. It even has the back label and everything. So I really love that. Next, we have the Triceratops. I gotta say, these guys are kind of cute. I mean, look at them. Little baby versions of the dinosaurs. Now you can see there, that one still got a little bit of that funky gel stuff that's in there. I don't know. I had to take a lot of that stuff out. I was kind of disappointed. I mean, as I mentioned, you could really not see a whole lot in there just by taking. I see the big bubble that's in there. It's kind of weird, but by taking all of that out, now you can see them. I mean, they were just pretty much completely covered. Some of them weren't so bad, but most of them were. I would say pretty much all of them, but one or two. So that one's a cute little one there. Next, we have the little Brachiosaurus. Now, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing all of these correctly, but here you can see. Now, this was one of the ones that I didn't have to take all the stuff out because he was pushed over to the side enough that you can see him. But see all that blue stuff in there? Now, imagine all of that scattered all through it to where it's in the front, the back, and everything, and you couldn't see them at all. So this little guy here, you can really see him. But see how weird that stuff is? It's almost like aluminum foil or something in there. But yeah, there he is. I love that one. Here's the Ankylosaurus. So this one looks really nice too. So there's different colors for each one of these. And I'm not really sure how they decide what color is going to be for which one. But there this one is. I like the egg shape of this one. So yeah, this is one of the ones I had to take a lot of that stuff out because it was just really bad. But I like that one too. Here's the Spinosaurus or Spinosaurus. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But this one's also really cool because he's got this red colorization on his head. See the little stripe on the top of his head right there? This is another one I had to take a lot of that gel out of there. And then a lot of the glitter kind of sticks to him more when you take that stuff out. But you see how it kind of forms these weird bubbles in there? Now this one I had to hot glue the bottom because I think I stripped out the screw on the lid and it seems like it kept leaking. So they tell you to put it tight, but I guess there's a certain limit of how much of that you can do. Now this is my favorite one, the Mosasaurus, I think is how you pronounce it. Look how cool this little guy is. I think he's kind of cute. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's because he looks like a plesiosaur. See how he's got the fins? And I like the plesiosaur because, you know, that's supposedly what the Loch Ness Monster is. Or at least that's what they're theorizing. But you can kind of see the way he looks here. And he lays sideways in there. Now, I was lucky enough to get two of these. Here's the other one right here. This one's a little bit more blue because when I was taking all the color out, I left a little more blue color in this one. You can kind of see how this one looks. I just love this one. This is my favorite. I was about to give up because this is the one I wanted the most, and I was like, I'm just going to give up on it. And then the last batch that I bought, I got two of them. So I was like, yes! So I think he's really cool. I like the little spines on his back. Very neat. So this is definitely my favorite little guy. The pronunciation of this one, I'm not even sure. Therinosaurus, is that how you pronounce it? Those of you that are dinosaur fans will know for sure. This is the one I already showed you. It was the first one we ever did. And you can see how the gel in there. Now this one I didn't have to take the gel out. So they had the right amount of gel for this one. Here's the Dilophosaurus. Dilophosaurus? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right either. This one looks really cool because he's got the colored things on the side of his head. I'm not sure if those are the ears. Very cool. But once again, I had to empty a lot of the gel out of this one too. So this one's got one of the smaller eggs. Tried to make sure I got as little air in there as possible. But I like that one. I like the color. That's really neat. Now we got these guys that are inside the little containment unit there. So this is the Indoraptor. That's the one that we saw earlier. Love that one. The green is almost a little too dark to see him, but not too bad. Yeah, I question some of the colors that they use for these because it makes it almost harder to see them. Here's the Spinoceratops or Spinoceratops. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. I had given up hope getting this one too because I got so many doubles of the one that's coming up. But I finally got this guy. In fact, I think I got two of these guys. This one's kind of cute too. Look at him. He's like a little baby. I love these containers. They're great. And last but certainly not least, the Indominus Rex. So this was one of the first ones that we got to see. Now, I like these ones better because it's just liquid in there. They don't have any of that weird gel. They should have done that with all of them because it's just better just to have liquid in there instead of that gel stuff. That gel stuff is just way too thick. And it's unpredictable where it's going to end up, if it's going to end up in between them or in front of them or whatever. So yeah, just simple liquid would have been just fine for all of these. Okay, well, there we go. The Miniverse Jurassic World dinosaurs. Oh man, I just love these things. They are so cool. So if you want to get some of these, Target is where I found them. Walmart probably has them. I haven't seen them on Amazon yet, which is interesting. And they're a little frustrating to get just because there's 12 of them. And you know how it is with these blind boxes. You end up with a bunch of doubles, or there's one particular one you're after, like I was after this one. And, you know, you have to keep trying and trying. And it can be frustrating, but they're $10.29 each, which I don't know if you're going to collect all of them, does add up. But you do get a lot. You get the dinosaur, you get the powder, the fluid, the little containers that the stuff comes in, this little Barbasol can for the T-Rex. And then you also get the really cool containment incubators, like the little incubator units. They each come with one of those, and some of them come with the nest, like you see there. So these are really cool. And also, as far as all that gel in there, I'm not sure. You're going to have to kind of go with personal taste as to how much of that stuff you want to put in there. But it is very unpredictable how that stuff is going to end up forming in there. And if you want to clean it up, just know it's going to be a huge mess because some of this stuff is oil. These ones are just fluid. But these other ones have oil in it. You're going to get it on your hands, and it's so hard to get it off. You're going to have to use a lot of Dawn dishwashing liquid to get it off your hands and off of these guys to make them nice and clean. So just know that that's going to be an issue too. But other than that, I absolutely love them. All right, well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it. And until the next time, I'll see you on the next video. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.